Hello guys, I'm back. It's the first On the Whistle of pre-season, and guess what? Unusually for On the Whistle, I've got a guest. It's Kaynak
Hello, hello.
of Football.London. We are here at the stadium that neither of us can remember the name of.
It says it actually, Dignity Sports
The
Health
Dignity
Park.
Health
Dignity Health Sports Park.
It's
Yeah.
catchy. And we've just watched Arsenal draw 1-1.
Yeah, I think it's a game that none of us will remember as well.
But they did win the penalty shootout.
Yes.
I don't know if does that mean Arsenal won the game, or is the penalty shootout its own entity?
I think they're winners in their own hearts, and that's what matters.
That is what matters. 5-4 on penalties, I think it was. Carl Hein saving 2. I think he had quite a good night, Carl Hein. He made a couple of good saves in the game as well.
Yeah, he started off a bit shaky. He's looked nervous whenever he's played for the first team in the past, but I thought he grew into the game. And yeah, like you say, those big saves, particularly the one in the second half from Ouattara, that was very impressive. And then, penalties was the hero.
One very good penalty save as well.
Yes.
His distribution, Mikel Arteta in the first half had a real go at him. He wasn't happy. I think less so with the execution and more with the decision making. But it was a very youthful Arsenal starting lineup. 3 17-year-olds in the team. Ethan Ranieri, Miles Lewis-Skelly, and Aidan Heaven all started. The big news really was who didn't start. Emile Smith-Rowe. Kai, you asked Mikel about that after the game. What did he have to say?
I did. He said there were things going on in the background, which is why he wasn't involved. And I think we all know what the things going in the background are. David Ornstein broke it on The Athletic earlier today that Fulham have agreed a fee, which we're being told is close to a record academy sale for Arsenal, or potentially a record academy sale. So good money for Arsenal. I think the mood is sort of, people seem quite sad to see him go. You saw him walking through the mixer, didn't you, James?
I did, yeah. I'm sure he's happy inside, because ultimately it's a move that he seems to want, right, to go to Fulham, and I think the club are respectful of that. And I do think if they get something close to that £35 million figure that has been reported, that would be a terrific deal. I think it would exceed maybe even my expectations for what they might have got for Emile. Yeah. So sad. It would be sad to see him go. I think we may have seen the last of him in an Arsenal shirt. He actually wore the captain's armband, didn't he, at the weekend against Leyton Orient, I think. So captaining what could well be his final game for the club. But other players who have been linked with moves away, Reece Nelson, Eddie Nketiah, they started. Looked sharp, I thought.
Reece in particular, very impressive. His cross for the goal that Fabio Vieira scored was sort of one of the few moments of quality in the game, and he looked really confident as well, I thought. Very
good finish from Fabio Vieira as well. I mean, he does have that quality when he gets into the penalty area to deliver, goals and assists.
Yeah.
We just haven't seen it often enough, and I think a lot of that's been fitness over the last season or so. Interesting to see him playing off the right as well. When I saw the lineup and I saw, Nwaneri and Vieira, I thought it might be Vieira inside as the number 8, but he was out on the right wing in the kind of Bukayo Saka role. What did you make of the young kids, Kaya? Who did you think impressed?
I think Lewis-Skelly was my standout. I thought he looked really good at left back, because that inverted role is not an easy role to play, and I was impressed with, because he was defending 1v1 against Premier League wingers. And, he's not nominally a defender, he's nominally a midfielder. I know he's played left back for the 21s before, but he looked really good, and he looked stronger than I expected him to look. I know he's a sort of over 6 foot, but he looks like he was sort of able to handle himself on the men's game, if you like. So I thought he was probably my standout youngster.
He likes the physical side of the game, I think, and you saw that tonight. It was quite a kind of tigerish performance from him. Listen, Ethan Ranieri as well, he's got real quality on the ball, and a lot of people will be excited about seeing more of him. Hopefully we do see more of these academy guys even as the tour goes on. It's obviously Manchester United at the weekend. Guys who came on in the second half, people like Jorginho, Zinchenko, Kiwior, Gabriel Jesus, have to think they might be in line to start that one.
I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see too many more, especially given that players will be coming back for that game, Kai Havertz and the Gabriels that have been away with Brazil. So you imagine that there will be a much stronger lineup for that game, and players with minutes in their legs and all that stuff.
Absolutely. All right, I think that's about all we need to say really about this one. It's a pretty routine pre-season game. The big talking point was the player who didn't play in Emile Smith-Rowe. But maybe there'll be an arrival in the next few days as well to offset his potential departure. Things progressing with Calafiori, and no immediate imminent update on him tonight from Mikel Arteta. Everything's kind of as you were, but that deal is effectively agreed. It's just a matter of when at this point in time, and who knows, he may join us out here for some part of the US tour. But we go on to SoFi on Saturday, Manchester United.
Much easier to remember that name, SoFi.
Exactly, yeah.
That's the key.
So much shorter. Yeah, I'm getting too old to remember these long stadium names with brands in. Anyway, thanks very much, Kaya. If you don't already, seek him out on all the suitable social media. Twitter's the big one, right?
That's the one, yeah. I'm looking through there.
Kaya Kaynak, and thanks for watching, guys. Good to be back, and I'll speak to you after the United game. Bye.